What's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to make a form validation. So get back to the app. I just start the app and this is the React for an app. And so when we hit sign in button, the sign in form is show up. And also same thing we did in the last video with link sign up button. And back to sign in. Okay, so and hit sign in and hit sign up. So you can see we have a form is submit, right? I clear everything and hit submit again. So I want to add some validation for the name. Name equal required, email is should be required, and email correct at email address, and password should be minimum of 4 characters, and confirm password should be matched. So let's get started. As usually, we do have two folders. It's the API and app. API is the backend REST service with the Node.js, and app is the React frontend. So let's check about component folder. We do have a login. This is the component we are going to implement. So on submitted, so before to send this method to console, I want to add some function. This dot do validate or is it on form validation? Do that. Okay. So to use this function, I also need inside constructor. We need to add this array, and we need to define this function as well. Okay, so I now control up. I'm going to validate the form. Okay, so course is a login. Okay, so now you should see a message when we hit submit button. Okay, once again, I clear the console and now you can see hit sign in. So we do see I'm going to validate the form before the message. Okay, so we send the form, and I do want to set a callback function. It's a callback with an arrow, right? Arrow. Sorry, either validate. So this is the ES6 arrow function. So before that, I want to do validation and callback is valid if the form is correct and ready to submit. And the same we need to callback is callback. I do callback. Should by default should be an empty function. So now we can return callback. Course is the var equal to, and its callback is the var is the validate. So now you can see when console log. Okay, let's comment this course, and now we can console.log. The form is validate. Yes or no, we can do either validate. This is the param we get back from on form validation. So let's make a test. And I hit submit. Now you should see true. And if I change the form validation to equal 4, you should see the 4 as well. Now again, hit sign in button. Now you can still see the form 4. So in this parameter, we do need to validate the form before send back to on submit. All right. Okay, so let's get started. I'm sorry. So I want to add some validate of some error equal to, should be an object, and with the field we are going to validate equal name. By default the error is a null, and that means we don't show up to name and email null, password null, and confirm passwords null. Okay, so that is enough. Right, I'm going to add some party class import last name from last name. You don't need camera, right? Import underscore from loadout, and I'm going to use the loadout as well. So alright, so let's just add some test it at here. So now I'm going to make a test for email. So if I add more error class name, you should see. Let's wait for the app refresh. Now you can see if we add an error class here, you can see that the email label and text input and become to red color. It's a warning color and send to user that to know that the email is missing or is wrong format. Okay, so to do that, simply we can use a class name and do that equal class name or by default is form item, and now we make it conditional. So an error when if we I'm going to use the loadout function equal get error name. So we need to add error here, error from state. We did define and above. Okay, so get name, and the same thing I need to add form item. So let's copy that class name, and the same for password. Alright, form item. Alright, change to password, and the same thing for here. It's a confirm password, and we need to change confirm password. Alright, so okay, so let's save that. Now you can see. Right now I'm hit sign in. You see nothing because we did it. Now, if you want to make a test, you can change error name equal true, email equal true. Now you should see a warning class show up on the form. Now hit sign in again. You see that, and we change sign up. Now you should see the email. Alright, name true, email. Right, name. Yes, error name. Right, I do think the name should be had error last name. Alright, name to email to hardware. Alright, it should be class name and arrow at arrow name. So let's refresh. Assign. Now you can see and sign up. Name should be. Okay, so I see we didn't add some class on the name, so we do need to replace this as well. And this should be name, and this should be email, right? Email and password, confirm password. So cool. So let me change everything to true, and now you should see all your fields to be warning class. It's a red color, Now you see, let's wait for the app restart. Okay, once again sign in to see email and passwords now in warning. And sign up. Okay, so you should see that. So okay, so let we do validation form, but before that I'm changing it back to new. Alright. So let's thinking about the validation function for the name, email, and password. So okay, form validation. Okay, so do that. So we have a few cost few equal, and so I want to add some validation. Okay, so let's do that. I want to do this by default. Okay, so do that. An array. The field we do have a name. Alright. Field, I do think it should be an object. Alright. Field should be an object. Or even an array. Field should be an array. So field should be an array with field. This is the field. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4. So problem, we do have a 4 field need to validate, but and we have two type of form. One is a sign in and one is a sign up. In the case user sign up, we do need validate all the field, but if user only want to sign in, we do only validate for the email and password only. So in 2K, so that is why I decided to add some, it should be field to validate, right? This is field to validate, and field to validate should be an array, and by default I set it to an empty array, right? So let's do this. We define all field equal an array which for its name should be name, and the name should be arrow. Sorry, the name. The field it content maybe more than a validation. For example, the email should be required an email type. Or basically, I can do simple is a one validation key, and that's the best, much easier for understand for is a name method. Alright, method should be name is not name is required. Door name is required. And we do need to define a function func equal. Now the function should be a function, the parameter, and is we return if name is not name. So we can do this if this states and user, so cost value equal get, user name. By default I give it an null. So we check if not name, and that means the name. Alright, sorry. If so, basically return 4. So that means if we don't do any validation before, this name is not validate. So if name, alright, name, I do think name, team, or so simply it's if not name, or if name, and we do return 2. Or you can validate, add more validation here, but basically name should not empty. Okay, or even you can do loadat function. Check about loadat function to make our document. We need to team name, team. Right, stream and team. Right, you can do it. Team string, we do not allow any space. Name equal value, yeah. And if stream, right, you can do this. Team. That. So team it. Basically, you can do give is empty if value return true, otherwise we did return 4. And the next thing, okay, so let's do that. Basically very simple. So we can do x few to validate few. So now we do need, and we do this. Right, so less arrow equals zero state dot arrow, right? Oh, sorry, dot arrow, no. Okay, so course few validate equal. So we need to get this. The validate we did define here by simply use the loadat function, gets a copy of field, and should be field. So we check if field validate, we do validation. You do this by arrow. So before validation, I do set this arrow few equal null. So we get set default is null. Right. Now cost is a few validate equal. Now we call to function, we did define this. So basically, we can do, we copy that dot func with parameter is not empty. So if this so this function will basically return 2 or 4. So if 4, if not, it does mean, or even you can do this equal 4, right? And that means the field is not validate. So let me introduce about func. If you change, do this, do validate. So now you can change your func to do validate. Okay, so I hope you understand that. Right, so it's the first return. Now we do set arrow arrow field, this is a field equal, and we get the message right here. And so basically with the user loadout function get a message, it should return a message. A name, your name is a not, your name is the required, should be required. So when we done loop function through all the field we need to validate, and so now we can see I'm going to validate that after process validation the form and error. Now we see an error. Okay, so now we make a test. So when we submit it, let's stand back to submit. So we need to a new parameter now, card field. So card field need to validate equal should be name. So in this case we did only for name, just the name, so just name, and now we send the copy that. Right, so now you can see make a test again. Right, card value patch token. Okay, so let's take a look. Patch token cards value. Right, go 1. Team equal get. Right. Okay, I found an error here. So it should be an object. So back that. So we need to copy that. Name. Right. Okay, so it should be an object, not an array. So it should be correct now. An arrow is not defined. Arrow it is. Okay. Arrow, last arrow. Arrow. Okay, so we need to. Let me text file writing. So now it should be fine. Okay, so I'm open console. We'll see. Hit sign button. Now you should we only validate name. So we need to change to the sign up button name, or if I not typing anything, you can see and hit sign up. So now you can see after processes validation form errors, and you can see an object. Alright, confirm email name. Alright, error. Right, something's wrong here. Or field name and error. Or field name. Show if value. Okay, so now I need to make an right console those log hey value. Okay, again we need to make a debug. Right, sign in, hit sign up, string. Hey value is nothing, and let's make it something. Hey value, right? So hey value, if value, I believe if length 1, return true, right? So now we make a test. Sign up button. Now send sign up. Hit that. Value equal name. Okay. So we need to debug for field to validate. Field is a valid. Alright, so one more time I type wrong. I have to call the function field is valid. Need to copy that. Yeah, field validate, right. Okay, so now it should work. Sign in, sign up. Now I don't feel anything inside. Let's clear the console. Let me see. Alright. Name equal undefined. Alright, so that means we get the message it doesn't work. Field to validate. Field validate gas message. Wow. To read S. I'm sorry, I tried to quit and make a lot of mistakes. I'm sorry that. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, sign in, sign up. Name, and again, see. Right now you should see object. Should have the name is required. Okay, so one more time we need to define. The next thing we do need is the email validation. So course name, so you email methods. Email is a required, email is not correct, right? Something like that. And do validate should be a function. By default we return 4. So get back to email validate. I don't need to copy a regex a string from a it should be an full form we do have, right? So I do need to copy this, or even I copy this function, copy that, and I can do by go to helper. I want to create this new file equal should be say name email.cs, right? A post course is the email. So now we do to use the dash by simply in our login we can do import email from helper, right? Email. Alright, so now we can do this. So get back to an email. Right, so function we do that. If right, so we do cost value equal get user email. By default we give it an empty string. So if value dot length, make sure it should correct, is more than 0, and is the email value, we return true, right? Okay, so now we have an email which is set up. So in the submit function, we can add more field to validation email, right? Now you should see it. All right. I pause cause I page token, right? I need to JSON helper equal something like that. And should copy that to change it. Okay, one again, need to sign in. Now we email is set up, so now we can see, check it. Now you should see we have a validation name is required and email is not correct. So before to do that, I want to check this. When is a login? So by default is a login. User login, we only validation email and password. So in this case, we didn't set up a password. So by default, the field so is a email. So we change code to let because we are going to change this value. And if not is a login, that means it's a register form. So we do have a more field to validate email, and it should be name and email, right? We didn't set up a passwords, but so in that case, now you should see that. Sign in this case, we did set up email. Now you should see an email is not correct. And if we change to sign up, now have a clear console, you should see have two error. One is your name is required and email is not correct. Okay, so I hope you can understand that. So one more time, we need to change the password and set up a validation for password. Password should be an object. So I want to copy that. I don't want to make any mistake by my writing. So we can do validate. Validate should be a function, arrow function. All right. So by default, the same thing. We do return false, and that means the field is not validate. And so now we do the same thing. We do copy that. Do validate password. So do validate password and value or should be password. If so, I want to if value length is less right. It should be more than 3 characters and cost confirm password. So okay, so basically we do that. To confirm passwords, we do validate and later. You let more than 3 characters if value and so return true. And same thing for confirm, and let me copy that. So we confirm password, so confirm password. So if value 3. So basically we do only this. Course password value equal get user password. We do need confirm validation if right value. That means is equal. If equal, we return true, on otherwise we return false. And so we need to change the message is password do not match. Right. So that's the message. And the same, we need to change password as well. Password is required and more than 3 characters. Right. I can do that. Password is required and okay, so password is required. Password should more has more than 3 characters. Okay, so now if the login, we have a name and email. And alright, sorry. If it's a login, by default should be validate email and password. And if not login, that means we are working on register. So we do have a name, email, and passwords, and confirm password. Right. Okay, so now we should go again. When click sign button, we hit. So email is not correct and password should have more than character. So let's clear this. If I type is correct, so let me make something. Right. The password 1 2 3 4 5. That. So now you see everything is new. That means the form is validate. But we see we have C email and password. It's a 2 error. Okay, one again. So maybe see that. And so if I enter the password to source, that means 1. So you should see the password should have more than character. Okay. Okay, so now we need to implement so try this now before validate. Now we do need set did.stat state and error and error. Sorry, my mistake. Right, and we have a callback after set message tested successfully. We do need callback on in this case. So we do need this. Alright, cast method, sorry, got it a validate an arrow. So we do this. If the validation equal 4 and we loop that error if error error, that means if the validation equal to 4. So by default it's a valid 2, but and otherwise we set it's a 4. So callback is a 5. It should be let because we are going to modify this variable. So after reset. Okay, so now one again. Alright, sign is so you should see the form is validated is not for. That means form isn't validated. So let me alright, some 1 2 3 4. Alright, so now you should see that the form is validated true. And let me empty that. You should see and warning last, and you see submit this correctly. Okay, so one more time we need to test sign up. So let's hit it. Now you should see a name, right? Name is not. Let's type something and hit again. Name is correct. Now you should see confirm passwords. Do not. So let me type 1 2 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 and now hit again. You should see confirm passwords. It still doesn't work. And so add 4. So now the form should be validated. Okay. So in this video I should show you how to make a simple validation for the form. And when we did validate, right? So form validation, and it should be called back after we submit. Just on submit, it's right. So now, so we can do it if it's validated. So now do send this data to backend. All right. We can check that is it login or not login. We can change to an endpoint of our API. Okay, so in the next video, we do integrate to the data to backend, create new user or login. Okay, see you next time. Bye.